Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a book haul. I don't do a lot of book hauls on my channel because I never have, or I never buy that many books at one time to where I feel like I can give y'all a book haul worth giving. But I have 5 or 6 books here, so it's still not going to be a giant book haul, but I have a few that I want to share with y'all. And then I think at the end, just because I don't have enough books to make this a full video, I'm going to kind of give y'all like a spring TBR list. But I have some new releases and I'm really excited. I don't know if y'all can see them down here, but we're gonna go over them. I'll talk about each book just a little bit, like what it's about. And yeah, I'm really excited. So let's just get right into it. So I think I want to do the new releases first, just because I'm the most excited about those. So I actually got this in yesterday. Yesterday was the release day, but that is Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I'm so excited to read this, you guys. It is such a thick book though. This is the 3rd and last book in the Powerless trilogy. If you have not read Powerless is about a society where there are elites and ordinaries. Elites are the people that have powers, and ordinaries, they don't. They're like the mortal people. And the elites tend to not like the ordinaries. Like the ordinaries live in the slums. They're just like the lowest of the lowest. Like no one likes them. No one in the kingdom likes them, whatever. Well, Peyton, who is an ordinary, she ends up getting selected to compete in the trials against all these other elites at the castle. And so she ends up becoming friends with the king's son, Kai. Kai and Peyton are the 2 main characters in this series. And you just kind of follow her throughout these trials and the friendship and the relationship that she forms with Kai. And she's trying to kill the king and help, her other fellow ordinaries. And it's a really good series. I didn't enjoy the second book as much, which was Reckless, but I'm so excited for this. And I posted a TikTok or a YouTube short about getting this yesterday, and a lot of people who have already finished it and read it said that it's amazing and the ending was very emotional. So I cannot wait to read this. The next book I've actually already started, and that is Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. This is the 2nd book to Heartless Hunter. I read Heartless Hunter last year, and I was gonna say I loved it. I didn't love it, but I think I rated it like 3.5 stars. It was really good, but it wasn't like my favorite fantasy book. So this series is about witches. This is a witch duology. I think it's a duology. I don't know if a 3rd book's coming out, but basically, there's a girl named Rune, and she is a witch. And in the 1st book, you don't know she's a witch yet, but you find out very soon. And she's helping all of the witches on this island escape from the Royal Blood Guard. The Royal Blood Guard is like the royal soldiers, like the king's. I don't know if he's called the king. He's called like the commander or something, but they're the guards that hunt witches, because the witches used to rule the continent or the island or whatever, and I guess they caused havoc and just killed a bunch of people. And so the normal people who are not witches don't like the witches and don't want them to take back over, and so they're trying to capture and kill all the witches, but Rune is trying to save them. And Gideon, who is a royal blood guard, he's one of the ones that are trying to hunt witches and kill them. Well, he is trying to find the Crimson Moth. That is what Rune's name is in this, the one who's saving witches. He's looking for her, but he doesn't know that Rune is the Crimson Moth. And so it's while he's falling in love with Rune, he's still trying to catch the Crimson Moth and kill her, but they're the same people. And so you kind of just follow all of that in their relationship and how it all unfolds. It is really good. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm halfway through, and it is really good. I'm enjoying the 2nd book a lot more than the 1st. So I would say start the 1st. It's worth it. And if you don't like it, push through, because this one is really good. The next book I'm so excited for, because I've been wanting to read this series for a really long time, but I needed to finish the Caraval series first, and that is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I love Stephanie Garber. She's one of my favorite authors. I think her writing is phenomenal. She does typically write YA. I think Caraval was a YA, and I honestly don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's YA too, because this actually takes place kind of in the same world as Caraval. So Jax, if you've read the Caraval series, Jax, who is the Prince of Hearts, I think is his name, he is one of the main characters in this series, I believe. And so you kind of get that crossover, but they are completely different. They're interconnected series, But I'm so excited to start this. There's 3 books in this series. I don't know if more are coming out, but I've been wanting to start this for so long, because I know a lot of people. I loved the Caraval series, loved it. And most people enjoy this series even more than Caraval, so I'm really excited to start this one. Okay, the next book kind of has a funny story attached to it, because A few years ago, before I moved to Austin, I was still living in Fort Worth, and I went to Half Priced Books. And at this point, I was just kind of like grabbing random books because I didn't know a lot of books that were like popular yet. So I was grabbing a lot of random books, and I ended up finding one called Four Aunties and a Wedding. I remember it was like $4 for the paperback, and it was in good condition, so I was like, I'm just gonna get it. Well, I did not know that that was the second book in a series. So once I got home and found that out, I was like, well, I can't read this yet until I read the first book, which was Dial A for Aunties. Well, it's taken me this long to get this book, guys. I have had the Four Aunties and a Wedding on my TBR for like probably 3 years now. I don't know why I never picked this up. I like never wanted to read the series. I don't know how to explain this. Like there were so many other series I wanted to read before this one. So I was just like, when the time is right, I'll get the first book and then I'll already have the second to read. Well, this ended up being on Amazon for $6, brand new. So I was like, I'm getting it right now. So now I have this one. I think this is like a comedy mystery sort of book. I don't know completely what it's about. It says, what happens when you mix one accidental murder with 2,000 wedding guests, possible curse on 3 generations of an immigrant Chinese-Indonesian family. You get 4 meddling Asian aunties coming to the rescue. So yeah, I think it's a comedy. I know a lot of people really liked the first book. I've seen on Goodreads not a lot of people loved the second book. So I don't know, I'm excited to read this. It's less than it's like 299 pages. So it's very, very small, very short. I feel like I could read this in like one day. So I'm excited to get to this eventually. The last book that I have in this book haul, I actually got from Goodwill a few weeks ago, and I've already read this book, but I found it at Goodwill and it was only $1.99, so I had to get it. So I have read the entire Addicted Calloway Sister series. I read it like a year and a half ago and I loved it. It's one of my favorite, I guess it's technically romance, but it's one of my favorite romance series ever. I love it so much. I miss those characters every single day, but I read every single book on my Kindle. I did not own a single physical copy of any of those books. And so I have been looking I knew I wasn't going to buy them brand new. I'd rather just not get them than pay over $100 for all 10 books. But I occasionally will like look on eBay or like Craigslist or just all these different, secondhand websites to get this series because I do want them. They're my babies. I love the series. Well, I was at Goodwill and I ended up looking down to the very bottom shelf, and sitting right there was Ricochet, which is the I don't even know, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th book. It's one of the earlier books in the series, but it is in perfect condition. And it was only $1.99. So I was like, you're coming home with me. Like, I'm taking you. So now I'm determined to just start checking Goodwill, like all the Goodwills around me every day, to see if I can get the rest of the series, because I'm just not paying that much for a series I've already read. So hopefully we can try to thrift every single book in this series. But yeah, already read this, just had to pick it up because I needed it. That is all of the books in my book haul. I told y'all it was not a lot, only 5 books, but let me know if y'all want more book hauls in the future. Maybe I can start trying to buy more books so I can do more book hauls. But I do kind of want to talk about my spring TBR now. So first of all the books that I just showed y'all are on my spring TBR. Like, I plan to read those all in the next month or 2. But I have a lot more books that I also want to read. So starting out, besides those books, I want to finish the Artifacts of Aranos, I think that's how you say it, series. I read the first 2 books, which was Trial of the Sun Queen and Rule of the Aurora King. I read those a few weeks ago and loved them. I read those on my Kindle. And after I finished those, I wanted to jump straight into the 3rd book, only to find out that the 3rd and 4th weren't on Kindle Unlimited. So I was so sad. I was like, I'm going to have to buy the physical copies of these books to finish the series. Well, they ended up getting put on Kindle Unlimited, I guess sometime in the last week. So I'm so excited to go back and finish those books. I'm so torn because I want to jump right into that 3rd book, but I also want to read Fearless. I think I'm going to read Fearless first, but I definitely am going to be reading the 3rd and 4th book in that series, or I'm wanting to, which I don't even know what they're called off the top of my head. I think one of them is something Heart Queen. I'll put them up on the screen. I'll try to, because I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but definitely want to get to those. I also kind of want to restart reading the ACOTAR series. I have not reread them since I read them back in 2023, and I really, really want to, especially because Sarah J. Maas is coming out with the next book in that series. I feel like I need a refresh. We don't even have an announcement date yet or anything about the book. Like, we don't know anything. But because I already read the series a year and a half ago, I feel like I kind of want to reread it. So we might get into that. I'm not sure. I feel like if I did, I'd kind of like read those on the side while I'm reading other books. Like I'll have 2 books going at the same time, just because I feel like I don't need to put all my focus into them because I've already read them. But I definitely would love to try to read those again this spring / maybe early summer. I also want to read Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I don't know if this is out yet or not. I really don't. I know that Rachel Catherine was reading it, but I don't know if she got like an early copy or something. But if it's not out already, it should be out really soon. I don't have the best history with Emily Henry. Most of her, actually all of her books, I've just not cared for. I really have not cared for. The only books I've read that were Beach Read, People Will Meet on Vacation, and Happy Place. Happy Place was my favorite out of all of them. I have not read Funny Story, so that's another one I kind of want to read, because once we get into spring, I just want to start reading more like romance books. So I guess Funny Story and Great Big Beautiful Life are on my spring TBR, because I feel like I just keep giving her chances and she keeps disappointing me, but hopefully one of those 2 books can like turn my, what am I trying to say? Like change my opinion on her. I feel like I already have like 10 books on my spring TBR right now. But I don't know, there's just a lot of romance books I want to read. I want to read more Ashley Poston. I want to read more Allie Hazelwood. I love Allie Hazelwood, and I've only read Check and Mate and The Love Hypothesis, but I want to read more from her because I think she has phenomenal writing. So I want to read the rest of her books. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. I only read like 5 to 6 books a month, and we're already mid-April, so I feel like I should stop there. But that's my quick little like spring TBR. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if y'all have read any of the books that I had in my book haul. Let me know if they're good. Let me know if you enjoyed them and if you think I'm gonna enjoy them, if they're good books. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to follow me on everything down below. Everything's always linked. I have Goodreads, Instagram, literally everything down below. And then don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more from my channel, and yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.